Y'all know I have supported and rooted for Marco, even amongst the strong disdain that so many have for him. Please don't make me eat my words, Marco. But let me tell you this. I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt. And I give that because I want the benefit of the doubt given to me in situations. I want grace. However, we're going to hold you to accountability if it comes that you on some bull, Marco, okay? But thus far, because I know sometimes with editing, and I'm not making an excuse for this. I'm just going to wait to see what comes out of your mouth. They will cut you off in the middle of your sentence until the next episode. So I'm going to wait to hear what comes out of your mouth. Okay? I'm going to wait to hear what comes out of your mouth. And then we will go from there and decide what to do with Marco. But I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt because you have shown yourself to be honest to a fault. So you get that grace from me. And that's why I've liked your actions. I've liked, again, because all I have to go by is in this villa, So I like that he's kind of really shown that, look, I'm not available. He, he slept outside. Hannah slept outside. So, the respect seems to be there. And at first, even to the point when he pulled out his chair when his ex came, I was like, but it's okay to be a gentleman. Okay, so I'm okay with that. We are going to see what happens if he disappoints. Now, let me tell you why Love Island's wrong to me on bringing back the ex. Now, for me, I don't like it for this reasons beyond Marco. Now, she has not seemed to be problematic thus far. Let me see. We shall see. But when an ex comes in, you don't know if they're bitter. We don't know because everybody has their own individual experience. You can't compare this experience to the last experience. Exes are their own experience in itself. People change. This is not to say, again, I'm not even talking about Marco. I'm just talking about in general, just in life. But as it pertains to Love Island, this is such a unique experience where something the new Hannah, his ex, said was just, how he wasn't open to her, how he didn't show his emotions in that same way. And he said he didn't, or whether he was truly scared or whatever, he didn't. What we do know about Love Island is you're isolated before you go in. So you're isolated before you go in. You're isolated amongst this small group when you do go in. It's an experience unlike the real world. You're isolated with these people, so especially if it's your person, especially like in Marco and Hannah's situation, where you see they're together, that they've been together since the beginning, and you're with this person 24 hours a day. That intensifies. Like in real life, even if you live together, the husband, wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, they go to work, they go, but this, you're together 24 hours a day. That is such a unique situation. Even if you think about situations where maybe you've been hospitalized and you've had a roommate, or you've been just whatever the case may be, where you were isolated with a group. It could be a sports team where you think about those times where you had to be with a core group. And you think about the bonds that kind of were there. And maybe once it ended, or you got, you were released, whichever, it wasn't necessarily the same. And it doesn't mean that's always the case, because you may remain close. But that's a lot of times what we see in the world of Love Island, because we see a lot of times people will say stuff is fake. And don't get me wrong, there are definitely some liars and calculated people. But I do believe, given these circumstances, it's still like a natural kind of survive. And in order to survive in isolation, you need a person, you need somebody. And so that unique experience, I think, for so many intensifies feelings that maybe naturally in the real world wouldn't come out so quickly. So for an ex to be brought in this kind of environment to compare, I just think it's not fair. Like I said, and this goes beyond just Marco. I just think anybody's ex, it's just because they're going to give kind of their insight, but you just don't know if it's really, truly can be compared in this situation. Also, people change. People have experiences. Marco could be a different person than he was with her. And this goes for anybody. Like, I know for me, I've had exes who, while we had some okay times, there were a lot of not okay times, and they were just not the best person. But however, in seeing them grow at a distance and seeing who they've become, they've had life experiences that change them completely. But if you were to come and ask me about our relationship and try to get some insight, I would be able to only tell you based on what my experience was, if that's what you were going to ask me about. And that would be unfair because they're not the same person that they were when they were with me. So I always give grace in those kind of situations because it can kind of be tricky. But again, you know, once you show me, I got to hold you to what you show me. Now, maybe we can work through it, but I got to hold you to what you show me. Now, in speaking of transparency, honesty, and what you show me, I am so sick of Keenan and Cassie and their I'm sorry's or I feel guilty in these little speeches. Like, look, you doing what you want to do, and that's fine, but do it. Like, nothing irks me more than, oh, I feel guilty. You didn't feel guilty when you was doing it, and that's okay. Again, all I'm saying is just commit. If that's what you want to do, then do it. Do it wholeheartedly. Do it with your chest, okay? Do it. And it's just, come on. Like, you want to do it, and that's okay. And now I do understand that you might not want to hurt somebody's feelings. I totally get that. So you can feel guilty in the sense of you don't want to hurt somebody's feelings. But this whole, like, you know what you're doing. You wanted to do it. Now, that's something that I do respect about Leo. Now, Leo, of course, does not want to hurt Cassie's feelings in a sense. But he's very honest. Like, look, this is a very special connection that I feel. I didn't feel it quite the same with Cassie, which I was kind of shocked, like, at first, because when I saw him and Ashley, I thought, okay, well, this is kind of cute or whatever. But when he flipped it and I believe the girl said Johnny, I was like, oh, I didn't see that at all. Like, but when I saw their sit down, I was like, okay, this does seem natural. And it does. And now, granted, I also had finally come over to the Leo and Cassie, like, kind of liking them. But what I will say is that when I've seen him with the two other girls, Leo, when I've seen him with Ashley, when I've seen him with Johnny, there's a maturity that seems to come out. And I thought to myself at first, well, I don't know if this is good or bad, because he seems just more manly, because that was one of the things that she was talking about, his immaturity, when she was talking to Matea. I hope I got his name right. I'm trying, y'all. But I felt like something else comes out in different situations. So at first I was like, well, I don't know if that's good because, well, maybe she brings out a fun side of him and that. But something he said when he was talking about just his conversations with Johnny is just how quickly and how they were able to have more depth. And I think that's important because he was still having fun, but also there were times where it was like really like trying to really get to know each other beyond just the physical touch and gossip. And so I thought that was nice. So I really respect that. Like, he didn't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but I feel this bond, I feel this connection, and I feel like that's a really honest approach as opposed to kind of like this state of confusion. And I'm gonna give Cassie some grace. We're gonna see, because I don't know if it's just her attraction or whatever, but Keenan, you've been playing this game for way too long. Like, come on. You don't want KK at this point. Like, it's okay. Just let her go. The problem is not that you dislike or don't want to be with her. The problem is that you selfishly keep holding on to her. And the problem for her is, is that she won't let you go. You off in the bed with this girl, which, right, you don't do what you do. She's off, like, not giving anybody a chance, kind of isolating herself. And she'll come back and lose out, and she then essentially will have nobody because you're over here with Miss Thing. So again, it puts her back in the same situation where you have the upper hand. All I'm saying is, KK, give yourself, girl. Love yourself. Take care of a beautiful girl. You've got a good personality. You don't have to wait on that. I don't even care if you not too into Eddie or anybody else. You show him. Bring somebody back. And I'm not saying use him, because what will happen if you bring Eddie back and if it doesn't work out and you don't like him, at least you're giving him the opportunity. And I'm just throwing out Eddie. It could be somebody else too. But you're giving them the opportunity as well. So even just as a friend. But what it does, just stop letting him think that he can do whatever, and that's okay. It's irking me. I want her to stop it. I want her to stop it. We still got Carmen and Kenzo both kind of laying apart, laying outside. I'm still not buying it. I don't understand how two people knew each other before, allegedly. And that is still not giving chemistry. It's not giving that we know each other, that we are really into. It's just giving, just go home. That's what it's giving. That's what I got. Now we got Jonah. And, Jonah always going to try to find him a little chocolate in the situation. But in the end, he wound up talking to Taylor C. And let me just say, I root for Jonah. I like nice vibes. I like nice people. He seems like a gentleman. He seems nice. And he seems like he wants to have fun and doesn't want really too much trouble. And so I really like the vibes between him and Taylor C. I thought it was fun. It was nice. And it just came across natural and comfortable. So we're going to see with that. And I'm still liking Mr. Bergie and his situation. It's Allie. I like it. It's, again, like when we talk about isolation in these spaces, you need to have a person. And I'm just glad that Bergie has a person and that it's going the way it's going. I can't say that it's some magical flares that just made me go, oh, Bergie found this person. But as much as anybody else, given these situations, how everybody, it's really nobody truly seems to be truly committed except Marco and Hannah thus far. And even that looks like that could possibly go to crap. So at this point, just take whoever you can get, Bergie. If you go, let's just ride it out and we're going to see what happens. I was going to say it's giving season 3 vibes. Like just where you got to the end and it was just like Olivia and Corey just made the decision, look, okay, let's just do it because I don't know. Yeah, so it's no real strong couple. So I don't know. So we shall see what happens. I'm trying to see that I miss anybody because, yeah, like I said, I'm interested to see what Marco's. Hannah has been so respectful. Marco, please. I mean, just please. You have worked too hard. You've come too far. You've done what you were supposed to do to mess this up over some girl that you could have been with, that you could have talked to before this doggone show. So please don't do it. Don't make me eat my words, okay? Because Keenan has already made me eat my words when I was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt and try to give him this, okay, you want to test a little bit, fine. But don't do it. Don't do. We are counting on you. We're not really counting on you, but you know, please just don't make me eat my words. Hannah seems so sweet. She seems like a nice girl. She's done her part. Make sure you do your part. I am going to say I'm interested to see is Leo really gonna. It looks like he's really fully committed. So I'm interested to see is he just gonna go completely and say, you know what, this is just not it, and just kind of wash his hands. But something that I love that Hannah told Cassie, like when she was giving her little, oh, I feel bad. Girl, you and Leo are very similar. I thought that was just the realest advice you could give. So if you're over here doing it, best believe he's over there doing it too. So we are going to see. Let me know who you got, whose heads are turning. We didn't really get, Amani's kind of getting lost in the sauce. She's, you know, I like her, but she's been all over the place. Licking folks up and down. Like, I don't know who she's going to choose. And at this point, I don't even think it matters. Girl, you just keep having fun. We still got Rob kind of going. I guess what? He's this year's date guy kind of going around. And I know he's into Carmen and Cassie. I like his personality. It's a little offbeat. I don't know if I like him coupled with anybody that I can feel. But, you know, he's cute enough, good enough for the show, I guess. Whatever. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Look, I'm just interested to see what's going to happen. Who's head's going to turn, who's bringing back whom, who's deciding to jump ship. And those that cannot decide, Keenan, baby, then it's going to be time to go for me. Y'all let me know in the comments. You make sure you talk to me because I talk back. Make sure you like and subscribe. And I will talk to you guys real soon. You make sure you have a great day.